How you guys doing today? My name's Dennis from PhotoshopVid.com, and today we're going to be learning how to make a flyer in Adobe Photoshop CS5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start out with a picture of a model. Now you should do the same thing. This is going to be more based on flyers with models and people rather than just starting out with a blank canvas. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with this here. Okay, now this is pretty much perfect, exactly what we need. Try to find a similar image like this, more black and white with some good lighting. And okay, so let's go ahead and make a new layer. And I actually have a pretty cool brush set that I'm gonna go ahead and use for this flyer, and I'll actually make sure to include it with the PSD file on the PSD file of this flyer on photoshopvid.com. So if you want to go there after you're done with the tutorial to download this PSD and the brushes I used, you could go ahead and do that. But okay, so let's go ahead. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, so these brushes are actually called Quantum. I'm not exactly 100% sure where I got them from, but okay. Let's actually make our image a little bit smaller here. It's actually pretty big, so we're gonna go ahead and actually set the width to 600, and the height actually evens itself out at about 799. Usually I like to use 600 by 800 for flyer designs, so this is pretty much perfect. It actually gets scaled to the exact size we need it. Okay, so this is a really good brush set, especially for the kind of flyer we're gonna do. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start out with a, oh, that's my phone. I'm actually going to go ahead and start out with a blue color, like so. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually going to use just a basic blue like this. And I'm going to start out with a simple brush like that, kind of matching with the face. Okay, kind of in alignment, so to speak. You want to try and use brushes that you could kind of use them. You see, kind of like this one. This is a perfect brush, especially for the kind of flyer we're doing. It totally fits in the exact position we need it to. And you can actually, even when you download this brush set, you could use the similar technique in different tutorials or in different designs. But okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and erase. Actually, yeah, you could just use this brush. Just go ahead and erase this line. Okay, so it doesn't stick out. Okay, so we got a pretty good effect going here. I'm actually going to go ahead and add a couple of more brushes. And you want to make sure when you brush, you're on the new layer. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and make a new layer again, because this time we're going to be brushing with white. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a couple more brush strokes here. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that and transform it. Okay, and don't be afraid to go outside the boundaries. You know, just test out the kind of different brushes you're playing around with. Kind of try and get an effect. You know, make it look more part of the image rather than just some stuff sprayed on, you know. And the key to my flyer designs, I like to keep it extremely simple. Okay, so it looks pretty good here. We went ahead and added another stroke, or another brush stroke. Sound like I said breaststroke. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually add some more lighting with a basic brush. So go ahead and reset your brushes and grab a circular basic brush like this. Make it a decent size, fairly large. We're actually going to add some lighting towards the top of the image. And I'm actually going to switch up the colors a little bit as well. Go ahead and add some reddish pinkish brush, some reddish pinkish lighting in there. Okay, and to get a better lighting effect, you could set your blend mode on the layer on overlay. Okay, so I like the effect we're getting here. I'm going to go ahead and add a blue light source as well on a new layer. You want to do that. Now, if you're new to Photoshop, don't be afraid to just copy exactly what I'm doing. Maybe take the same routes. So, just another quick little trick tip with light sources. You could, as you can see how I brushed, I would make a brush stroke and move it to the right so there's an empty space. You see? So we kind of got a nice effect going there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add one more yellow light. Okay, set that on overlay as well. Okay, and let's actually just, well, it's pretty much the same thing. Maybe soft light. Yeah, so soft light looks a little bit better. Okay, and let's go ahead and add some color to the full image. So I'm going to start out with blue and just make a couple of different strokes. Okay, and set that on overlay as well. Or actually, see, we're kind of getting a good effect with screen here, so let's just go ahead and keep that. Okay, and then maybe make this a little smaller and kind of brush out the hand a little bit. Okay, so I hope you're getting some good information from this tutorial. I'm actually going to be doing so just go ahead and brush around with a pink light, kind of get some more flow to it. Maybe add some pink in the main image, or in the main section like this, on the female parts right here. And actually, let's maybe add a tiny bit of color to the face as well. But we're gonna do, let's try a kind of bluish greenish. Okay, set an overlay on that as well. Then let's actually go ahead and lower the opacity to about 20%. Okay, so we're getting a pretty good effect overall. The image is let's actually looking pretty good overall together. Let's actually try and set this to light in, maybe screen color. Just go through the different color settings and try and get yourself a kind of cool effect. I like to just experiment a lot of the time. Is how I get good results. Just keep testing until it looks good. Okay, so let's actually lower the opacity a little more. See, I like the effect we're getting there. So the overall image is looking pretty good. I'm actually gonna add a brush stroke or two from the quantum brushes onto the main part of the image. Okay, let's actually use a white brush. Okay, maybe erase the end here. It's looking pretty good. Let's actually go ahead and transform this selection here. Maybe like that. Maybe. Oh, let's see. So as you can see, pretty good effect right there. Try to just interact the brushes with the image. Interact. I don't know the right word for it, but kind of make it blend in. You know. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some text. I believe this model's name was Anna Hoffman. I'm not 100% sure, but what can we do? Okay, so let's go ahead and choose. We want a kind of flashy font for this kind of image. This kind of flyer. Let's see. Okay, maybe make sure your font settings are on smooth. See, that looks pretty good. Go ahead and put that on. I think my resolution on the image is pretty big. And let's go ahead and set the text layer on overlay. Okay. Maybe make it touch the bottom of the image. Make it a little smaller. Okay. And there you have my flyer tutorial. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of these in the future with a lot of different styles like this. You can find all my tutorials on photoshopvid.com, and make sure to subscribe. If you have any tutorials you want to see, just leave a comment, let me know. Okay, have a good day, guys.